Right, I'm saying transfer for your D and Comahodo. Na Yura Andrew Egyapa Mercer and then Samado at Tuja at the fa a year economic management. I would do a course so a Yura Kufado, a yana memoa, and Yoma Anshada Ankoye, Anfama, a year NPP Manukuna, nay, or more Aquacotina, a fear, a year film, Aquana, Yere, Sabia 2020 to Messaba Pobio, and I say, almost have a Pobio, and as I did, I say you, Yadia, and ya Asankatra Crown. Yura Andrew Egyapa Mercer in Chimupina, and there to a ba a year mismanagement, a whole so under a year Kufado government now the Chemopina and their two Biabusia, young Corinthi and some other Andrew Egyapa Mercer, what they are two a Johnny Yaba, Yaba Sim Kojana Fay, your D and Como Awardona.
On the other hand, the NPP did not get its support base motivated enough to go and vote
at a national level, because you see, one thing now in there, free SHS beneficiaries obviously would have tilted in the favor of MPP. It doesn't look so. Why do you think that one of our Kofi will enjoy 3 years of free SHS? One to Makufa.
Now, if parents now Kasakra now where the bigger beneficiaries are ban or save one from paying school fee. Rough estimation about 18,000 cedis per annum. Crowd on to about because when you're here, how much more the children?
But beyond the when you're economy now. I mean, you see, the economy was in crisis. People were suffering. Hardship was system.
It can be a factor. And I don't think that Nankasa as a party, we explained what we are experiencing sufficiently enough.
Oh, you didn't explain?
I don't think
COVID-19 was
I don't think we, of course, the propaganda. And then the NDC reason come on there. Now the reality is dawning on everybody, and Mr. Mahaman somehow came now. Now we hear him saying that it's not going to be an easy walk.
Of course.
Why? He didn't know before he said all the things that he said. So he should fix it. He knew the problems. But because we're not truthful about it.
NDC,
you're
not truthful about the problem.
Because you see, if you attribute decisions that Nana Dodankwa Akufo-Addo Omeki necessary, unavoidable as mismanagement, you will come and meet the problems there. You can't solve it. How is the decision to pay the energy sector bill mismanagement? How was the decision to resolve the banking sector problem? Mismanagement. But they were necessary. They had to be taken. You didn't have the money, so you borrowed. You recall the below the line reporting.
Yeah.
I think that government should have maintained it throughout. Because it would have been easy for everybody to see that,
they not see.
They not see.
Exactly.
See.
No, but I think that's a forcing one.
That what?
That mean in Parliament, he was raising
that
it.
That
consistently.
That what?
The below the line reporting what? And then
we should have maintained it because not listening to people like my good friend Atto helped in building their propaganda.
I see.
That look at the debt.
Yeah.
But the debt no attributable to what? Regular budgetary expenditure? Certainly not. They were exceptional. And so it should have been maintained. But I'm not an economist. I'm not the manager of the finances of our country. But in my view, if this extraordinary expenditure that government incurred, 2 of them, you maintain it until it gets off the books.
But I mean,
because people then see that, it can't be that Akufo-Addo has borrowed all this money which went into paying for the energy sector and the banking sector crisis.
Yeah.
Real. And these are the figures.
I can them too.
But and so if you get a global pandemic that hits you, you expect the impact on you to be the same as Togo. We did not have an energy crisis. We did not have a banking crisis. I expect the impact on you will be the same as Burkina Faso. You expect that the impact will be the same as Ivory Coast and yourself. But listen to the comparisons that they were making.
Of course, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso.
Thank you. But did they have those underlying conditions that Ghana had? Did they?
Of course, I mean, they don't.
So how do you expect that the impact of COVID will be the same on Burkina Faso and Ghana? How is it going to be the same?
Well, because even with the impact of COVID, as a man.
Oh, I agree.
You see, revenue,
no,
and the accounts, no, and honorable. You see, in 2020,
there's no excuse that some of the funds were not managed properly. But it still doesn't take away the fact that some of those funds itself were debt.
Okay.
They were not all grants. They were debt. Our compound with debt position. Already,
yeah.
They say we need the law of parliament. There, but we see now, but Mwamba Yensi Kasame Koduni. Yes, you're to IMF. But yeah, IMF, you solutions all the men. About cut expenditure and raise revenue.
Exactly.
In Saban measures already roll out all the cut expenditure. Now, you raise additional revenue. Now you to me from manage the make all your other way. And you submit that budget to Parliament. Parliament, after all the brouhaha, will approve budget. One approve appropriation. What's one approve the revenue measures?
Because of e-levy.
Thank you. Now approve budget no. Oh yeah, revenue and expenditure now approve expenditure. Now approve revenue because of what?
So what's what the bed did? Did you find a soft way?
Maybe so no.
Revenue measures.
Say, I approve revenue and expenditure.
Our appropriation.
I approve expenditure. Now I approve revenue. No. Then. And you breach the law in the process. Section 22 of the Public Financial Management Act. Also, there the item seen now before 31st December.
That's true.
So if you don't do it, you think there won't be consequences? You think there won't be consequences?
Of course there will be consequences.
Oh, the consequences are what?
Of course. Seeing is come from.
Oh, yes, you can no. Ratings agencies will react.
Of course they react. That's
Thank
true.
you very much.
That's very true.
There will be capital flight.
Yeah, that's very true.
Capital flight will lead to Tabade. Exchange rate depreciation. It will take a bashing. How is that Akufo's fault?
Do you think that the NDC... No, that's the point that we're making. So you think that the economic crunch and the economic crisis, one way I explain the NDC minority caucus contributed largely to the problems now on my economy.
Thank you very much.
That's the point I'm making.
But that's the fact.
But I want to get the point clear.
So the breach of the law, there were no consequences. There were no consequences.
Because you've cited capital flight, which I agree.
What will trigger that? What will trigger that is the breach of your law.
Yeah. I get you.
It will have consequences.
I get you.
And then in the midst of that, 2 months after people started moving their money out, you have a war in Russia and Ukraine. Global freight cost increases 5-fold. Agufo don't also put in the same. They attack Ukraine. And see the consequences of the war on freight cost in an import-dependent economy is his fault.
I see.
It's Akufo's fault. If freight cost goes up, it will affect your market.
Yeah, it affects everything.
Thank you.
They affect everything.
But listen to them. Akufo has mismanaged the economy. Baumia has mismanaged the economy. Now the reality is there. The reality is there.
Right, I was any pay quoting in a year Andrew Egyapa Mercer and a Chabu and a transfer fin some would what they are to Jano yeti and home and command as so ebi.
Okay. What's the economic management team there?
I say and your mapping a course so under Akufado. I say Akufado didn't mismanage the economy, but he borrowed to keep the light on and also grow the economy.
You, sir, Nina, somewhere in a correct, and so Monuma and a cofa, sir, engineer in a buy. Until no, whether Akufado didn't mismanage, blah blah blah. So say, Bako Kayana, I am a decacra, a Domahama, say. Our catcher and say, otwantro fa economy no ho sisi ono anso aba betum bi se de kufu ado ye bia na osi nkoyie ntiemkoyie dia wono aba a wo ba ye ba we nyina na ebrokin atemu asem ware nti ona bo ware nti aso wo ka bibia acheche ne ho re of course no politician will admit so what I say sade we ya oye ne enkoyie oba force wa up bibi the reason why ade na anya de wo say ye any ade but I think that going forward as a country no say Ghana for any ete it we are okay nyina someone ko mutan table no anko ye na emaye na mo sa beja be blame game bia mama we wini or asem NPP so opposition or asem because when sua dia Ghana for say be bia ko no obi enu wa obama sa chance be ditro na konkonsane ade na mo de namu wo se economy ne nye ampa Ghana for ati ato abama bra be ye wo so o ko no wo se economy nye economy kwa na de to aba so as Egyapa Mercer only to say as an economic one to aba ono as a creative art minister dear no yema creative art industry called them no what did you do ya kaza see Egyapa brabe che nema we yema obaka kofa nkrata aso de and we decided plans were in the pipelines ambassador pipeline in the pipeline so what I say that pipeline they be things that in the pipeline with the guma me mu atoki so ya mo da so de bi gu
so no ndc for na pen kapa
anyway we so we there and it's what their plans are in the pipeline and NPP for so their plans are far advanced sa no mo de tikruma na ho ye nti no ya bo
na ma shara ko fa brofo
sata be ya
brin kofo ni so
se be ya abrobi ntumi nka bie asa asoro ba ko bie wa chia no omo preach a yan country ma mrewe ntibi edus kasam de omo kan na na ma me abro diga no say dey bia mo preach a mo kam brofo ene de mo wia announcement number ya no sikasam nyina mo nya no so brofo because to make a judge by the grace of God I was taking the ninth and by the ancients we have mo bako o preach we dia za no ma me akọ we ye na ekọ no wa mo ntuatua wo preach no wa ma ante asem na we dia wo be pesika je de wo katwi matibi eti sa na tie o mo nsua de o na Ghana fo ani ete
right abusia ha ne ade nkomo no nyina AC like share na fefa comment no go comment section ase efa emamo